Alright, this is the Minish Cap Archipelago Randomizer. Today we're going to be doing the usual. We're going to randomize how many, what essences or elements are available, and we're going to need all 4 elements. We're going to need all the swords. We're going to need all that fun stuff. We're going to be fighting Vadi. Most items are randomized, so should be a nice comfy randomizer. Nothing too crazy, I don't think, unless the randomizer decides it wants to get wild. So far so good, nothing there. No Cave of Flames, no Palace today. It's fine. Okay, there is a kinstone, a swamp kinstone in there, so we are going to need that, absolutely. Hey, what's going on, Omega? Thanks for the good luck. What do we got on the Goron? Nothing there. So far, whole load of nothing. Gonna have to find something up here. More than just money. Because money's not gonna get us any progress. I mean, it'll get us some items, sure, but we need some tangible progress. Keep! Alright, there we go. There's some tangible progress. Let's see, I should have open DHC. So we should be able to get one good item out of here right now. Probably get more once we get a few more items. We'll be back. We are really not getting anything. Alright, I'm gonna go back to town real quick. And I'm gonna buy an item from the Goron. Just so we can get some progress on that. And because I know, like, we are definitely gonna need to buy some stuff. Alright, there's a spin scroll. New Windows 11 update prevents certain Samsung laptops from accessing their C drive. Yeah, that's fun. That sounds like a whole load of fun. Let's see, I might as well do the Minish checks here. Not like I have much else to do anyway. It would be good to have a bottle. Then we can get the Julieta Kinstone right now, but... yeah, we'll just take a leisurely stroll through the town. Yeah, the sprites in this game are amazing. Like, everything about this game is, like, very visually good. Still nothing. It's gonna be in the puddle, probably. But it's kind of crazy how little progression we're getting right away. I guess I do have a few other checks other than the puddle. But more likely than not, we're just getting there. We're getting probably a sword. Oh no, he's going up there. Great. He landed in the doorway. Good thing I saw him there. I would have been running around looking for that last cucko. Yep, there's a sword, there's mitts, there's a wallet. Ooh, wallet's good. Alright, let's see what the second set has. Oh, did I forget to change? Yeah, I think I might have forgotten to change the settings. To save, like, actually hit save when I change things. That's okay. So these are actually going to be the settings that I had from the multi-game Zelda that we did, what, like a month ago? So it's going to be a random amount of elements that we need then. It's not actually going to be 4. But we'll find out once we get the boss key, basically. We'll just get the boss key on a random element, essentially. Or if we still looking for 4 sword. That's also a possibility. Yo, what's going on, Grim Saber? Thanks for the good luck. Alright, we did get a bottle. So that we can get that kinstone that we pretty much need. I would say we need it. Absolutely, but that was before I knew that we're not necessarily going to need to do 4 elements. Yeah, the beanstalk always looks like that. That's a vanilla thing. Because there's just like too many sprites to load at that time. When you go back to it later, it's actually fine. It's just the first time you load it. I'll probably hold off on actually doing this check until later. I think it's better if we wait. Because I may want to come back and like do more Minish stuff, like Fountain and whatnot. Fountain I could get 2 out of 3. That's not bad. If I can find Cane, then maybe I think about it. Or we just keep going and do other things. Yeah, lots of Gregs today. Greg has been out in full force. But that is to be expected because there are a lot of green rupees in the item pool. Anytime you put on a rupee sanity, like, you're getting a lot of green rupees, a lot of red rupees, a lot of blue rupees. I guess it's not technically Greg. It's probably Greg's cousin. Yeah, let's check here, because pots are on. Yeah, I guess technically we did just rob them. Though in the vanilla game, you're actually helping them because they lock their key in the house. But yeah, Link just goes into random people's houses all the time and just steals from them, so it's nothing new. Either steals or just vandalizes everything and destroys all their pots and... What's really funny is that you leave the house sometimes and then magically there's new pots. Like, they just replace whatever Link destroys. And they do it really quickly. I feel like it would be more realistic if, like, you destroy something, it's gone for good. Yeah, maybe the Minish are doing it. That's true. The Minish are cleaning up after Link. Alternate explanation: the pots are alive and regrow themselves. But it means you're dismembering living things. Yeah. Let's try not to think about it that way. Yeah, either way, Link is a monster and destroying people's houses. Yeah, swinging to the music is definitely not just something to pass the time while I go through the game. No, not at all. Yo, Zach Nuts, welcome back. So far, pretty much, we got a cape, we got mitts, and we got a sword. That's about it. Nothing crazy. Lots of rupees, lots of Gregs. We've been vandalizing people's homes. There's just rupees everywhere. You swear the Dark Nut fights aren't nearly as easy as you make them out to be? Once you get used to the way their patterns are, they're not terrible. You really just gotta practice. Yeah, you either roll behind them, jump around them. You want to try and bait them into the dash attack. When there's two, you kind of want to push one into the other. Because if they're like touching each other, they kind of get stuck, and then you can kind of like do a bunch of hits. It's kind of hard to explain without like actually doing it, but like you want to jump at a 90-degree angle. You want them to be like, you want the one that's getting stuck facing away from the one that it's getting stuck into. Oh yeah, bombs are also kind of sneaky good against them too. You can use the bombs, you can throw them to stun them, and then the explosions will hurt them, as long as like you hit them from behind. So like you kind of throw a bomb through them. Remote bombs work best, obviously, but you can make it work with regular bombs too. You found a non-frozen, still beating heart in that chest and just ate it. Convinced me the Link isn't a monster. It's the power of love. It's a curious thing. People hate remote bombs? They're amazing. They probably just don't know how to use them. Okay, we got a bow. more like they don't know how to use them effectively. Like, sure, they can press the button and press the button again, but some people like will fat finger the button and explode it too early, stuff like that. Yeah, the only place you really don't want remote bombs is actually the Great Room in DHC, right after the Ball and Chain Soldiers. Yeah, I guess Vanilla Cape too. But you can get away with like a boomerang for that, so you don't necessarily need bombs. Hey, what's going on, EMP? Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, Lantern is actually the GOAT for fighting Wizroads. Oh, you know what? I have everything I need in order to actually do towers. So we could go show off some Dark Nut skills if we wanted to. I think more likely I want to just go up Krenel. Can do a little bit there. Am I planning to do more asyncs? I'm hoping to try and get like one in a month, roughly. I have an idea of what I want to do for April. Maybe I'll get that set up next week. I also want to look into doing more like syncs too. So getting a bunch of people on at the same time. And, you know, playing a whole big archipelago all together. You know what would be really funny? If Simon tells you, hey, this is a scam, don't do this. But because we skip through the text so fast, we don't actually get to hear it. Ooh, Move Link. Yes! I forgot that was a thing, honestly. I mean, I'll probably play around with Move Link. I don't know if I want to use that for a sync or an async. Yeah, it would be a neat little quality of life thing, but at the same time, those quality of life things that tell you what the reward is are usually for things that take a very long time to do. Simon's takes what, like a minute? A minute if you're bad and the levers don't decide they don't want to spawn. For hide and seek, wouldn't be bad. I would not mind it for hide and seek. So Link gets the hot spring water as a Minish. But the bottle grows to the same size he does. And the bottle stays filled up. Does that mean this is an infinite water glitch? You know what? I think it does. Just gotta keep growing in order to get more water. Yeah, I think it has something more to do with the magic of the Minish portals than anything else. Because realistically, Link could probably just like walk over here and reach over and put the water in. But game mechanics. But the rocks are like stepping on Legos. Sure they are, but you'd rather deal with stepping on a Lego for what, 5 seconds while you scoop up a little bit of water than have to potentially go all the way around and get it from another source. Besides, Link has boots. Link can wear boots. If he's wearing shoes, it's not that bad. He might get a rock in his shoe. Well, then, you know, when he gets done, he just takes his shoe off and takes the rock out. What's going on, TK Raz? Thanks for the good luck. Alright, you are being a jerk. Yep. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna go this way. I think we're gonna go elsewhere. We'll come back. Honestly, that's probably one of the first times that I died in Minish Cap in a long time. Because for whatever reason, we had not been getting hearts. We've been getting rupees and everything, but the health hasn't been coming. Let me in! And of course now I get a health. Yeah. Sure. Thanks, game. I really appreciate you. Alright, so this room here is the one room that I prefer not to have remote bombs equipped, because you can just drop your regular bombs there. The remote bombs really don't work that well there. Well, I'm just gonna get owned by this guy too. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, the way that the cracked rocks are, it's really tricky to land a remote bomb on there. But for whatever reason, regular bombs just kind of sit there pretty easily. Yeah, you can get a couple good swings in on Dark Nuts. Most of the time. Especially if they do the thing against the wall, Like, if they run right into the wall, you can usually get right behind them and just stun lock them. But yeah, here's one of the rooms with double dark nuts. You want to try and get like perpendicular, and if you can get one to get pushed into the other one, that's when they get stuck the most. Not you, not you. There you are. I found you, faker. I am probably dead. Yep, I'm gonna get stun locked here. And watch me just get another key. Like, this is not even going to be anything here. This has certainly been an interesting seed so far. No, it's a mirror shield. Okay. There's some health. I see some health over there. Give it to me, please. Thank you. We are kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, like, in terms of things we can do already. We have some boots checks. We have some stuff in town. More Greg. Yeah, I think we go probably have to go fountain. We have to check the fountain. Also the dojo. Ocarina. Okay. That's what we needed. It was boots for Ocarina. So that opens up Western Wood, which is going to be a bajillion things. And I just realized I did not take care of the fireplace. So we'll just do Julieta then. As if I, you know, knew exactly what I was doing. Alright, so Castor, Westernwood, lots of things here. Especially since I have a bow already. Bow unlocks a million things here. And mitts, yeah. We have a lot of stuff to do. Jabbernut. Okay. That's Deepwood access. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Deepwood yet. No Gust Jar, so it's not like the greatest idea. Another Cloud Top Skinstone. Wind Tribe is probably gonna have something. Even though we don't have to do Palace. I'm sure Wind Tribe has something up there. Book! It's not really that this game is trigger happy with Dark Nuts, it's more like Dark Nuts were introduced at this point in the game, and we're playing all the stuff that after they were introduced in the game. DHC is meant to be the final dungeon, so of course it's going to have a million Dark Nuts. But that one that we just fought is like one of the first ones you ever fight in the game. Actually, it might be the first one. Yeah, they really got to up the difficulty for the second half. Because realistically, the first half of the game is pretty easy. You're gonna block my way, aren't you? Thank you. Still blocking my way. Because I had to go around the water. Another book. And now I'm almost guaranteed to like get a bajillion items. Alright, this is where all the health has been hiding. Clearly. Alright, we got some actual health. The bigger bomb bag, there's a graveyard key. Still not a lot. There's Kane. And the bracelets. Cave of Flames is not an element dungeon, of course. The one dungeon we can actually beat right now. I'm still probably going to go up there. Lantern! Okay, we can do droplets now. Yeah, there's a possibility that Gust Shard's just in Deepwood. But we still have some other things to do, so let's put that off a little bit. Vanilla Gust Shard wouldn't be that weird. I guess it's a little weird because in order to get there you need a lot of small keys. And getting the small keys without the Gust Shard is kind of awkward. Yeah, jumping over the lake is a little awkward at first, until you learn about cape extensions. Then it's pretty easy. So what you want to do when you're jumping is you don't want to hold the button the whole time. You want to press it and then release and then press again. And that gives you just a little bit more extra distance. Oh, we can't finish the dungeon because we don't have red sword. But we might find red sword in here. Or we just get a bunch of garbage. That's more likely. Yeah, that spot is probably the hardest spot. But if you just cape extend down, it's a lot easier to make the jump over to the dig cave. No gust jar, so no blue chew. The fact that we're almost an hour in and we still haven't found another sword is a little concerning. And we're still living with the smith sword. Is there a setting that makes it so you can kill Vadi with the smith sword? No. Unfortunately, you need the 4 sword for Vadi. If you want to finish with smith sword, you just set it as a pedestal goal. And then your requirements for pedestal are just going to be like smith sword and however... I guess you can't really get that many elements with smith. You can get 2. And they have to be Deepwood and Cave of Flames. It's all about the green rupees today. They're everywhere. Still not really getting anything. I mean, we're making good progress. We have to come back and finish this dungeon eventually, but we have all the small keys now. We're gonna have blue warp, which is our preferred warp for doing things. You could look into making Vadi only require the same sword as pet swords. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Because that would fundamentally change the way Vadi works. And it would be a lot of work. Because you need to make clones for... I guess you technically can get away with not making clones on Vadi 2. But you definitely need clones for Vadi 3. Just remove phase 2. Might be the more elegant solution. Alright, so we're done here for now. Yeah, just make it so you have to beat Vadi 1. Just remove Vadi 2 and 3. Or you can even make them like quality of life options. Just kind of like how Skyward Sword has it, where you can either have to fight Imprison 3, Horde, Girahim 3, and Demise at the end. Or you can choose which ones you want to skip. Oh yeah, you have to skip the bell room. The Keaton room. Another Cloudtop skin snow. Yeah, it's just way too much work. We've already got the option to just say pedestal is your finish, and that's it. Alright, let's get revenge on this guy. Though he seems to be putting in some good work. There we go. Got him. And it was nothing. Good. I was kind of scared that he was gonna have like the most important item. I don't know what it would be at this point, but it was gonna be the most important thing. Yeah, adding it to the to-do list is not a bad idea. Alright, so we're probably going up Vale Falls next. Unless we get something interesting from over here. I mean, health is interesting. Especially when it gets me into 10 hearts. But it's not interesting enough. Yeah, Baron, non-elemental dungeons are on. Moose Flippers. So Flippers opens up a lot of stuff in droplets as well. I don't really want to go back there right now, though. I want to go to Vale Falls. And now that we have a boomerang, these guys are actually going to be so much better. Yay. I can stun him. Yeah, the golden enemies just take a lot of health. They take so many hits. Hey, sword! We got a sword! Sword, 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 sword. There's the other bow. We're still missing another sword to actually clone. Once we have that, then I absolutely go back and just finish up droplets. Yeah, second sword is just a boosted smith sword, but it does the damage of the white swords, so we at least have a better damage source. And that's what I really wanted, is just upgraded damage. Bill Nord the Science Sword. Sword, 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 sword. That's good. That's good. It's not kinda useless. It's mostly useless. It has one use, and that is the second dojo upgrade for Rockbreaker. Hi, Greg. Sword and I the science guy? Because they chant Bill. I guess you're technically right. I don't even know if it's worth putting these in. I'm gonna just do the ones that are like super far away. Cause I have what, 3 of them? So like that one is definitely like the most annoying to come back and do. So I always put that one in. The rest of them, eh. The one down here I'll probably do. And then I might as well do the last one. Yeah, I'll do the last one. That way I don't have to do the weird down dig or whatever. Lots of green rupees. Alright, since we have to do Deepwood, I'm gonna come here. I'm kind of hoping that Deepwood has the Gust Jar just in there. That'd be great. Realistically, it's not happening. But because we have the lantern, we can at least get rid of the webs. And then we can use bombs to get rid of the dust on the floor. So we can make some good progress in here. And it makes a vanilla Gust Jar all the more possible. Oh, I guess I could. I could have just lit the torch, but whatever. We'll do it that way. Oh, I had no small keys. We're stuck. We cannot make any more progress. We need the Gust Jar to progress in there. Oh well. We tried. Alright. Does Wave Blade have something for me? Just a big green rupee. Another Cloud Top Skinstone. That's what, number 4? The last one's probably going to show up somewhere pretty soon. For what I'm guessing is probably Red Sword in Wind Tribe. Or it could be Gust Jar. It's also a good possibility. But I think Red Sword makes more sense. Or there's a sword in Droplets, because there's always a sword in Droplets. Oh, I have to go this way, don't I? That's annoying. Because I'm literally going to have to come back this way again the second I get a red sword. Alright, we get 13 items from the waterfalls. Here's our boss key, okay. Swamp Kinstone. That's number 2. Karlov. Red Sword. As expected. Alright, let's finish this dungeon. I swear, I've always found the sword in Droplets. Even going back to like the regular randomizer, Droplets is known to always have a sword. It's just one of those things. Oh, I have to go the other way, don't I? Yeah. It's fine. Like when we used to do races of the OG randomizer, everyone would rush Droplets because it would most likely have a sword, and usually it's the one that you need for Red Sword or 4 Sword or something, whichever you're looking for at the time. Oh wait, I forgot to do that first. Alright, that is going to be our first element. We still have a lot to go, because we still have to find Blue Sword, Force Sword, and Gust Jar, at a minimum. Once we've done all of that, then we can start figuring out how many more dungeons we actually have to do. Yeah, now that we have Red Sword, it's going to open up a bunch of stuff. It actually doesn't open up as much as I thought it would. Because we already have access to a lot of those areas via the ocarina. Probably need to go back to town. Yeah, especially since we got Karlov. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We can finish up the dojo. There's our blue sword. Okay. Now we're talking. Because now we're going to head to Royal Crypt. So green sword actually got us another sword directly. That's fun. Great spin! Trying to think of where else I want to go after this, and the answer is probably back to town. I feel like town just has the most things right now. Oh, I have Rockbreaker. For some reason, I thought I didn't. Alright, so this will be element number 2. Out of an undetermined number that we will just find out once we get the 4 sword and however many we need. Because we will get the DAC boss key at that time. Alright, back to town. I think we should probably finally do fountain. Just gotta remember to take out the fireplace. Cloudtop's Kinstones. Alright, there's the last one. Let's just go up there. We just have to do Wind Tribe and then we're out of there. Thankfully we don't have to do Palace. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting something valuable here. So far, nothing. Okay. Nothing there so far. If we get Gust Jar and we come back, there could still very well be something there. At this point, the only thing that we would want there is Four Sword. And I really don't want it to be there. And because I don't want it to be there, it's going to be there. Or no, it's going to be right here. Perfect. Yo, what's going on, Doc? Thanks for the good luck. Alright, so we have good knowledge now. We need at least one more element, because we didn't get the DHC boss key immediately. We may need both of the remaining elements. But luckily we need Gust Jar anyway, so as soon as we get Gust Jar we do Deepwood and then that gets us more information. Do I have 3 books or I have 2? Yeah, I just have 2. Okay. Not much here. Just hanging out, doing some Minish Cap. Having a good time. What tracker do I use? I use Deoxys's pop tracker. Oh, I could go back into DHC. Or we go to Fortress. Okay. That's the play. The play is go straight to Fortress. Because it's a clearable dungeon, and there's a lot of items along the way. So there's a good chance we may find the Gust Jar as we go. If we don't, we keep searching. Because at this point, I think we are just Gust Jar from Goma. I don't think there's literally anything else we can get that'll help at all. Maybe a butterfly, but that's not a hard required item. The book, now that is a required item. Gust Jar on Yulari. I don't think there's a reason for me to push the boulders, because I'm either just full clearing this dungeon and never coming back here, or I'm finding what I need and never coming back here. Either way, I'm never coming back here. Because it'll actually be faster for me to do Deepwood than it would be for me to do Fortress. Assuming I only need one more dungeon. But then again, I could need two. Or did I put... I think my randomization was on range of 1 to 3 though. So I think 3 is the max. So if we find Gust Jar, we do Deepwood. If we don't, we do Fortress. Alright, let's do Fortress. Now, at what point is it faster for me to finish this dungeon than it is to go to Deepwood? That's the real question. I think now that we're in here, it's faster. Oh, I forgot to adjust. I think now that we're in here, it's faster to just stay. Maybe. There's still a lot of this dungeon to do. Considering there's a small key at the bottom, I'm gonna take it. Might as well. Butterfly! And it's the butterfly too. Butterfly is probably one of the best ones. I think digging is the best. But butterfly is really good for body. Still no boss key. It's rather unfortunate. Another heart container. I'm not taking that one. I don't have a reason to stick around with that one. Alright, Zagnuts, thanks for stopping by. Alright, everything in this dungeon is just going to be all the way in the back on the right. I'm probably going to full clear before I even go to the boss at this point. I was thinking about doing the boss first. If we got the boss key early enough, but yeah, that didn't happen. There's only a couple checks left anyway. You know, it'd be really funny if the gust shard was right here. It was the boss key, okay. I was gonna say the gust shard being in the one check that you can get with the gust shard from far away. But boss key being there also works. Alright, front right, so we go left next time. Front mid. Not my favorite. So we're gonna have to guess which side we go. I'll go left again. And it worked! Okay. Alright, there's our DHC boss key. We still need the gust jar. We need the gust jar to win. And you know what? It could literally be anywhere. Well, good news is that we can't do Deepwood because we need Gust Shar to get a small key to continue. So I guess that's a little bit of good news. Let's go into the fountain. Clear that out. We'll do Dr. Left. We'll check a few more things here in town. Then probably go back to DHC. Nope, not there. Or there. Oh yeah, let's do Yolari while we're here. It's only one check, but it's a decent one. That was the Falls Kinstone. Okay. Sure. The Falls Kinstone really means nothing with all these warps open. Yeah, let's go back to DHC. I could also grab the dojo here. Nope. Alright, so Four Sword opens up everything here. So we're gonna have a lot of things to check. Small key. We still have one more tower to do as well. Because we couldn't do it earlier because we didn't have the lantern. Alright, so that tower is going to be a small key. I'm going to try and save Scum real quick. See if this small key leads to something. If we don't get anything here, then obviously, like, I'll just reset. Yeah. That saves me a small key. So I can just check the boss key chest. And be done with it. It's a piece of art. Okay. So it's not in here. Oh, you know what? There's a couple interesting spots, mostly the dojos, the waterfall dojos. Because flippers were kind of late. Or things behind, like, blue or four sword. Like, this is a blue sword check here. Who'd have thought the gust jar would be the last item? I don't know. It's either gust jar or four sword every time. I also have a lot of extra things here in Caster because of flippers. Things I wasn't able to do the first time around. So definitely worth checking out. Still nothing. It's probably going to be the last thing we check. Like the absolute last thing we check. I mean, it will be the last check we do, because once we get it, we're done. But it might come down to, like, the last possible thing. No, still nothing there. We definitely have all of our scrolls, so we can get this guy. Nope. Where's it gonna be? Oh, it's probably Tingle. It's probably Tingle. Because we got Tingle Trophy a while back. It's probably on Tingle. Or Orphan Fairy. Yeah. Makes sense. Like one of these possible checks over here. It was Tingle. Yep. You know what? I should have known. You know why? There were a lot of hints. This seed was littered with green rupees. And just rupees everywhere. Tingle! Tingle is the king of rupees. And he's wearing green. You know what? That makes this a pretty festive seed, I would say, with St. Patrick's Day coming up. I was trying to think of something to do for St. Patrick's Day, and this kind of showed up, so I'll take it. Alright, time for our one use of the Gust Jar. The entire seed. There we go. We've done it. After searching for it forever, we used the Gust Jar. Vadi 2 is my favorite phase of the final boss. Absolutely. Love this phase so much. Alright, you're not getting away that easy. There we go. Alright, Vadi 3. Good old Vadi 3. Give me the good arm. Thank you very much. And the real one comes straight to me. What is going on? Trying to make up for how bad our luck was today looking for items. Because you also have to remember, like, we had Smith's Sword for over an hour. Like, we didn't find another sword for a very, very long time. We'll look at the numbers when it comes up, but I'm pretty sure, like, that was a very significantly long time between getting Smith and our green. But there we go. We finished with a time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, 51 seconds. 3 elements, 4 sword, body finish. The gust jar was elusive. The health early on was elusive. The swords in general were elusive. Let's see. 9 minutes we got Smith's Sword. White Sword was an hour and 5. Our 4 sword at an hour 33. So we got 4 sword pretty quickly compared. Gust jar 203. Yeah, and we filled out the item spreadsheet, so we did pretty good. This was a pretty full seed. The only thing we missing were 2 hearts and 1 element. Yeah, that was a fun Minish Cap Rando. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all next time.